So I've been working for 30 years on a variety of matters, which I'll get into. And John Myers, the guy working to improve society. You know, working on a variety of matters over 30 years. And I recently got a minor kind of approval from the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court. It has to do, for those who are not aware, I've been working a lot on developing legal understanding of the tort for the intentional infliction of emotional distress. Laws that have to deal with emotional abuse, that could have address emotional abuse, extreme narcissism, when we've been violated emotionally and psychologically. In a legal sense, I've worked on this for 20 years on that part, as well as feeling it prior to. But so I've been, really studying these issues inside and out. And, I do celebrate a bit. The Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court allowed a motion to allow me to further my arguments and this kind of thing, which is nice and cool. And I'm not really getting into all the specifics of that because a larger point has kind of popped up to me that relates to courts and it relates to other entities, relates to all of us and to most of us at least in a way. And that's what I really want to address. And that, as well as to mention emotional distress is something we have to be very, cognizant of. So the larger point I want to make today is that what my journey really means beyond any one court ruling or, to help society understand some of the advocacy that I'm making, is that I really want to get at a methodology. And I'm talking about kind of how we're thinking, how society in general is thinking these days, right? How we make decisions. And that includes courts, right? And that includes social media, and it includes corporations and most of us. And this is what I want to get at, that we're making very kind of quick decisions. And again, when I develop Gentle Genius Coaching, it's about how our inner strength, our purpose, our more enduring methods of success. And so what I'm saying, a lot of people are just caught up in chasing, whatever they feel the, realm of success is, right? And then we've got to go we've got to act quick and make these decisions. And that's the urgency, of our world these days. And contrasted to that, I've developed a methodology, right, over the course of 30 years. And I'm saying that our decision making's got to occur on a deeper level. And all of us, from courts, who we count on the most in a way, social media, corporations, we count, all of us, we can't pander to individual constituencies. And rather, we have to have principle at our core. And that's what my work is. And that's what I'm thinking that anyone who wants to pursue societal change, you have to be building, you have to be methodical. It's not just jumping on one side of the bandwagon or another that's going to give us, resolutions. It's really about building. I mean, a certain amount of protesting, whatever. And ultimately, in the long run, building, being constructive is how change, in my view, ultimately, that's how buildings get made. That's how things get made, by actually being creative and building in a methodical sense, in a way that isn't trying to create an enemy on the other side. It's about doing something that most of us, a key word for me is the word most, that most of us will respect and appreciate. Like most of us want, say, safe streets, right? Most of us want cleaner air. Most of us want, without getting all the environmental argument, most of us want quality schools. And so, I'm just talking common sense here. So mostly what I'm getting at is that, just our decision making and coming from a place of true confidence, purpose, with Gentle Genius Coaching, take a look at our website. And mostly, just having the calm and really thinking of more, think about when you're rushing every which way, you're not in your real strength, your true strength. And your true strength comes from being confident, developing a methodology, thinking long term. And so this little victory I had, maybe it'll be significant, maybe I don't know at this point. I embrace the unknown. Whatever happens on that front, I think more and more I want people to see that we need calm, accurate, and methodical decision making. And by the way, that's what I've developed in my own life. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I had to forge these ideals over the course of 30 years. So we do have a $249 package. I'll put on the website soon at gentlegeniuscoaching.com. But mainly to think in terms of, I've done it myself. And that's why I can be a guide for other people to do it. And that's why I can have the advocacy in society that I do.